Master Skywalker, there are too many of them. What are we going to do?
Hey guys, so today I did a mod workshop and I finally got a recording of it. This has been a long time coming. I have the full video here with just minor cuts in the blank spots, but will be cutting this down into multiple videos with sections coming in the near future. So I hope you guys enjoy. Alright, here. I should probably start a recording. But yeah, so I use the Hot Utils mod or the mod management or whatever playground to do my whole mod reload or just redo my whole roster. It took a while, but once it's set up, I was able to just click a button and it automatically puts the best mod on the characters I want. But I did do half of it by hand and then just locked those mods. But so I guess.
Is that using the integration with Grand Library, or is that just totally within Hot Utils?
So that's within Hot Utils. So that's the only one I used was the Hot Utils. It's under. Do you guys have, or do you have Hot Utils or not?
I do. I don't know about the rest of them.
Okay. So yeah, under the mods, the playground, and then you can basically drag and drop what order you want the best mods to drop on your characters. Click automate and it will throw the best mods from whatever order you put it in. It's actually really nice. But I'll show you guys that towards the end. I'm going to try and make this under a half hour, but we'll see how it goes. So the way I do my mods is you got your slicing material and you have your mods. I farm mods a majority of the time because the more mods you have, the better chance you'll find a better mod. But 1 or 2 weeks out of the year, I'll farm, I guess it's these 2 nodes now, and just a week on each or something whenever I need them. I have a lot of material, some of the materials, but just nice for upgrading. But most of the time I just do the mod challenges. You got obviously your primary stats: health, defense, crit chance, crit damage, crit chance, tenacity, offense, and potency. And obviously a big one will be speed. So I'll send you guys image. I'll post it in the mod workshop channel. But it gives you what each like square or what each shape can give. So the squares can only give offense, the diamonds can only give defense, the circles can give either health or protection. Most of the time you want protection. The cross can give offense, defense, health, protection, potency, and tenacity. The triangle can give offense, defense, health, protection, crit chance, and crit damage. And the arrows can give offense, defense, health, protection, speed, accuracy, and crit avoidance. The big ones on there you're going to want is offense, possibly a couple health, a couple protection, but the majority of the time you're either going to want speed or crit avoidance on those. Most of my characters have a speed, but as for what symbol you want on your mod, most of the time I farm speed, offense, and health. Then with the new mod system or mod management, it makes life so much easier than having to do each individual one. I know I've looked at doing my mod management on Hot Utils, but most of the time I still do it in game. So what I do for upgrading, I select all, upgrade, reveal all secondary stats, and this will show you if you have your speed. And speed is mostly what you're going to go for. So anything without speed, I'll select. I should mention, you have a couple different rarities. Obviously you got your gold, your purple, your blue, your green, and your gray. Gray are obviously the worst. It takes the most material to upgrade them, but you also have the most chances to re-roll or to upgrade speed or something. But for what I keep, what I sell, anything without speed, I'll sell. I should probably sort. But sort unassigned. And then I sort by speed. By the way, feel free to stop me if you have any questions. I'll sell everything that does not have speed. It's not something I'm going to want to throw on. Occasionally, if I see a arrow that has a crit avoidance, I'll keep that because I've been lacking the crit avoidance for a while. So anything that's higher than, well, actually pretty much anything with 3 speed, I'll still sell. The grays I'll keep if they're 4 speed, just because I have a payload of material to upgrade. And as for the rest of them, I'll pretty much sell them if they have 4. That's what I do. I know if you're lacking speed, I might keep the 4s. But if you don't have a lot of upgrade materials, feel free to just sell everything below 5. So there, I sold 56 mods. That's 56 mods out of the 500. You can only have 500 in your inventory that are not assigned to characters. Say an offense with speed and speed primary. That's actually a decent mod, so I'll select it, upgrade it to 15. Basically, I'm looking, okay, offense has the primary stat. I got speed as in is the symbol, and I have speed as the secondary. The secondary is mostly what you're going to want to focus on if it has speed or not. Like I said, the arrows are the only ones that have speed as a primary. And if you have something as a primary, it cannot be on a second. You cannot have secondary of the same thing. I'll slice this mod. So it takes material but upgrades, has a chance to roll speed. There, I got speed. And you're going for a minimum of 15 speed by the time it hits gold. So this is actually really good. I'll end up bringing this to the gold. So upgrade. Okay, I got health. And I don't have enough material currently to upgrade it to gold. But this will end up going to gold because it will give me 1 additional speed when I bring it to gold. From, well, I guess you call it yellow. It'll give me 1 speed to get this to 15 speed. And something I should also mention is hot utils. Basically, it will look through what mods you have and what mods everyone in your guild has and give you a ranking, a mod score, that's what it's called, of what you have. How many you're every 200,000 GP and how many 15 plus mods you have per 200,000 GP. And you don't have to go through and calculate this yourself. So in our alliance, we have a couple bots that can do this. You can type /PR, and it's the DSR bot. That's the one I normally use. And if you're trying to check a mod score for yourself, you can just hit enter. If you're trying to check someone else's mod score, put in their profile or their ally code. And it should come up and it will give you your mod score. So my mod score is currently 3.47. So for every 200,000 GP I have 3 or 3.5 15 plus speed mods. And it will give you a higher percentage or a higher number if it's 20%, 25, or even if you get lucky and get a 30 speed mod. But that's basically how it calculates your mod score. Also, anything over 100 with your secondaries, anything over 100 offense. So that's a little bit about mod score and what to upgrade. Any questions so far?
No, you're making it very clear.
Okay, cool.
I do, but I'll save until after you're done recording.
Well, hey, throw it out now because I can always cut it out.
I personally like the /rate command with Hotbot instead of the DSR bot. Yep. I just like how the algorithm of Hotbot does. It checks like more generally mods. It goes farther down the list than
Yeah.
DSR bot goes. Just my personal.
What's the command?
/rate.
Oh, rate. Okay. I knew
Yep.
there was one for hot utils, but I could never remember what one it is.
And then if you want to do the whole guild, you can you choose guild and then hit true, and it does your entire guild's mod score in a nice list, which I just like. I think it's a little
okay.
bit
There it is.
a little more organized than DSR bot, but they do algorithms differently.
DSR bot will have a higher number for your gear score and your mod score than the hot utils. But I mostly, if I want to check my hot utils, I just log on to the website or whatever. I couldn't remember the bot how to run that.
No worries. That's just because hot utils does your whole roster, and DSR bot does I think like top 100 or top 80. It has a cutoff.
Oh, okay. That's good to know.
That's why I like hot utils, but that's just personal.
Yes. So did someone else say they had a question? No? Okay. So 000. I'll use him as an example. He's support. So I should mention what you're looking for the symbol, or what I guess symbol is what it's called. What you're looking for attackers, most of the time you're going to want offense. For tanks, you're going to want health. I guess some attackers you're going to want crit damage or crit chance. But yeah, most of the time you're going to want health for your tanks. Anything that has debuff, you're going to want a potency, which is the cross. Anything that you don't want to get a debuff, like stun or daze, something like that, you are going to want the tenacity. I'll sort by tenacity. So I don't know the best way to mod 000 as he's a support, but I'll mod him as if I'm doing an attacker. So I'll sort by unassigned mods. I'm not going to select anything here. I'll select an offense, and I'll actually select health as well, because that will be the secondary I'll throw on him. And you can choose if you want a certain primary. I don't, depending on what I'm looking for. If I'm going deep into it, I will. And then same thing with secondary. So I'll filter. There's a couple more settings down below you can select, but I normally don't use them. So I'll filter. The secondary, I'm going to sort by speed. It will bring the highest speed mod up to the top. So I don't think I have any primary speed anymore. Okay, yes I do. Oh, I'm sorting lowest. That's why. Okay. So I'm sorting by the highest speed. So I have 30 speed as a primary, and it's a health mod. So you need 2 health mods to get a set bonus. So you're going to want anytime you're going for a set bonus, you're going to want to have your mod at 15, because you'll have a higher set bonus and your primary stat will be increased. So if I scroll down, I think one of the ones I selected before, this has a 25 primary speed, and it will only, if I have it in a set, it will only give me a 5% bonus. But if I upgrade this to 15, now I will have a max primary, or the highest without upgrading to gold, so 30 speed. Same thing with other primary stats. Let me take off the speed. So I can either pick a 9. I'm looking at the speed, so I can either pick the highest mod, which is a 9 speed, or I can drop 2 speed to try and get 4 on the set bonus. I don't have like I said before, I remodded my whole roster, so I don't have a lot of high speed, but I don't care at this point. So I'm gonna ignore that. I'll end up selling that because it's only a 3 dot, not a 5 dot. But so again, 5 speed for health, or I can drop down 5 speed for the offense, but I will upgrade this to 15 because it's either a 7.5, or if I upgrade, here I'll hit X. So for the set bonus, it's either 7.5% of my offense increase or 15 if I have it at level 15. So again, either 8 speed, or I can lose 3 speed but go for an offense set. I'm going to check what else I have first. 7 speed, or downgrade to 5. That's only 2. I'll do that one. There's a 13 speed mod, and it's an offense, so I'll keep that on. So now that I have 4 offense mods, so up in the top right corner, it will tell you how many you need to get a full set bonus. So I have 4 mods that are offense symbol. That will give me the set bonus. And I need 1 more health mod to get the health set bonus. So I'll upgrade this to 15. Level 15, assign it, and there, now I have the health set bonus. So I'll show you this advanced feature on the right hand side. It shows you your health, protection, speed. Those are 3 of your biggest ones, but if you're going for an attacker, you're also going to want to look at your physical damage and special damage, or special offense. That's down here. Those are 3 stats you're going to want to look at, and if you're modding for events or something, sometimes you'll need to get your characters above a certain threshold if you're looking at a modding guide. Not bad. I'm jumping from 161 speed to 200 speed, or 230. So that's a 90 speed increase. And for those who don't know, the speed is basically what character will go first. So if I have a 229 speed and someone else has 230 speed, they'll go first. If I have a 500 speed on a GL and someone else has a 230 speed, I will actually go twice before they take 1 turn. So speed is critical. Speed is key. I actually got through that a lot faster than I thought I would. So I'll mention one more thing. Since this is a 4-dot mod, it's not going to give me as high of a primary as if I assigned a 5-dot mod. So 4% at the max level, or a 5.8% for the max level between the 4 and 5-dot mods. I'll still keep this on because I don't care about 000 right now. I'm just bringing them up for operations for my guild. Any questions?
I got a question, if you don't mind. Thanks
Go
for
for
doing
it.
this, by the way.
Yep, no problem.
So you said attackers want offense, tanks want health. Do you have guidelines for other, like support or whatever?
Yep.
Like,
So support, it depends on what they're doing. Because I know Grandmaster Yoda, I believe he's technically a support. So I have him, I consider him an attacker. He'll do a lot of damage. So I have him set up for offense. Whereas if I go C3PO, I want him to get a lot of debuffs out there. So I don't know. He's set up for health currently, but I would also want his potency to be up there. That's what % chance I have to basically set a debuff. So I have a potency primary on him for my cross to try and give out more debuffs. So if I have someone that I know the image I sent to you guys, it's saying that you're going to want an accuracy arrow for someone who's either not going to hit much or trying to heal up other characters or dispel. 9 times out of 10, I'll actually select the cross in the mod manager, and I will sell anything that is... Actually, no, I don't have speed. I'll sell accuracy, and I think it was protection. So I have a few protection now because I have Inquisitors, and to try and get the Grand Inquisitor, I actually wanted the protection over speed. But accuracy, I'll easily sell this mod here, just for the sole reason that I will never assign an accuracy primary. Most of the time with your cross it or with your arrows, you're either going to want speed or crit avoidance. There's rare occasions where you might want offense, health, or protection, but 9 times out of 10, you're going to want speed and then crit avoidance either on tanks or I know Shakti with the 501st. She was good with crit avoidance. Some tanks are going to want crit avoidance. Does that kind of answer your question?
Yes, it did. Thank you.
Okay, sweet. And I am not claiming to be a mod expert. I'm going to let everyone know that now. And I assigned some of these by hand, like General Kenobi. I assigned him for health. And actually, I think I put his speed extremely low for the most part. Because with him running with, Grandmaster Kenobi, I actually prefer him to have low speed. Because he'll taunt, you can throw the damage immunity on him, and they can't damage him. Basically, it's a one-turn damage immunity, so the longer it is until Kenobi takes a turn, the more damage you're going to negate. I think that's pretty much all I had. Unless anyone has another question.
Not so much for this area, but you mentioned being able to show us how to do it in hot utils. I'd really appreciate it if you could do that.
Okay, cool.
I think there was a question in the Hive workshops.
Okay.
Text channel.
Okay. Oh, I know what it's asking. Okay, so there was a question asking, what are these numbers before the secondary stats? So for this one, it's how many times you've rolled that number. But basically, it's how many times you've rolled a speed stat or an offense, health. And I should mention, you're going to want, I don't think I mentioned this, you're going to want to go for percentages over a single stat. So for health, I can get either a flat health or I can get a health percentage. So there's a flat health, but then you can also find a health percent. You're looking for more of the percents over the flat. So I would not consider this mod as good as if I had speed and all 3 of these as percent. Health percent, protection percent, and offense percent. Ooh, that's another thing I didn't mention. So every time you hit 3, 6, 9, and 12, it will re-roll chance. That's something I didn't do and didn't show you guys. If I select all, upgrade, and upgrade everything to 12, it's only going to do 4 of them, but I'll still do it. For the gray mods, it's level 12, and you reveal 1 of every stat. Whereas the green mods, it was a level 9 mod. I should have stuck on that mod to show you. For this one, it rolled, when I upgraded from level 9, which reveals all the secondaries, to level 12, it rolled a protection percent. So that's what you're going for. A level 12 green mod, the highest it can be is 10 speed, I want to say. Actually, you might be able to get 11, because I think sometimes you'll get 6. So this one's not a bad mod. I'll slice this mod. So protection has rolled twice, but if I slice again, it's going to go to tenacity. So now tenacity has rolled twice now. Again, you're going to want speed. Just for you guys, I'll slice this. There, I got speed. Speed has been sliced twice. If I roll again, okay, tenacity rolled. So this mod's not the best mod. I could calibrate it, which I might go and show calibrate.
Do you have any personal cutoff number of, like, say you have 2 speed rolls on a gold mod and both the speed rolls are 3s, so it's only 6 speed? Are you like, yeah, I don't want?
Okay, good question. So this one, it's a 4 speed, but it has all percentages. So I'm willing to upgrade this. So if it rolls speed to green, it did not. Most of the time, I would be happy with a 5 speed. 5 is what you normally upgrade, 4 or 5. but I would still keep this because I don't have many of the potency symbols. So I'll upgrade this again. I hit speed. So now I have upgrade from blue to purple, purple to gold. I have 2 more chances to get above, or to get 14 speed is the threshold before I would upgrade from the yellow to the gold. I would not upgrade anything to gold that is under 14 speed. Is that answering your question, or should I go a little more in depth?
No, I think you got my
Okay.
question. Yeah, I think.
Yeah. So as for blue, I'll slice this, hope it hits speed. I got, 6 speed there. So 11 when it's blue. That's not bad. I'll slice again. And, okay, it has offense. Offense, a flat number, is not bad either. I'll mention that. But this is not a bad mod. I have 1 more chance to get above 14 speed when I'm upgrading from purple to gold. So this one, if I'm looking for an offense primary arrow, I would actually roll this one. I don't hit speed, so I would not sell or upgrade this from gold to, or from yellow to gold.
While you're scrolling, I have another question.
Go for it.
Do you ever chase certain stats besides speed and offense for certain characters? For example, like GG wants health, so even if you can't get health percent stats, you can get base stats with a health percent primary.
Yep, so that's a good point. For General Grievous, you're going to want health primary for sure on him. And you're going to want all 3 are health sets. So I would still focus on speed over a secondary health. So say I want to throw this mod on General Grievous. It has health percent. So actually, I got a better example. I'll show you my Nest. Because I actually really enjoy Nest, and she can solo a lot of teams in Grand Arena. There she is. So you want her high tenacity. So I have really good mods on her. But this one, for example, a health primary, but my speed could be higher. So because I have a high offense and it's a health mod, I'm keeping that on her. Okay, I got a 13 speed, but I have a tenacity secondary. Because I'm going for tenacity on Nest, I'll keep that. Or I'll throw that. I'll throw this one on over, if I sort this by the highest, if I have another offense that is higher speed. So if I filter this by the tenacity. So right here, I have a higher speed, but there's no tenacity on the secondary. So I'd actually prefer this top mod with lower speed and tenacity over something with slightly higher speed. Another one I have is Vader. So he's...
Another one I was going to say is JML's a good example, because I see your JML's modded nicely.
That's probably an auto character I did. I don't remember if I did him perfectly or not. So for Vader, I want potency on him because he puts a lot of dots out there. So I actually have decent potency on him. I focused potency over super high speed. So I really like, one of these has like an 8% potency, I think. 9% potency. So I focused potency over speed on him. That's actually an insane potency roll. I don't remember what's average, but again, a 5 potency, almost 6, for instead of speed. So it comes down to when you get deeper into mods, you'll learn. CLS, I honestly don't remember what was on him. He's not modded great. I don't have full sets with him. So I could mod a tenacity or a defense, replace these, and I would get the set bonus. But I'm actually going to leave him for now. I might come back and do him later. That answer your question on the secondaries?
Yep. I was just going through your .gg. I'm just like, you got some really well modded characters. And I just wanted to point them out and ask if you chased anything for them.
Yeah. So a couple of them I did. Grievous, obviously I went for health, secondaries.
Like your gas is disgustingly fast.
Oh, I know. What did I do? Whoops. Yes, I have some really fast characters. I know my JML, I focused health, because of his inherent teachings, or what I believe it's called. But
Protection, but yeah.
yeah, but I put protection. Yeah, protection, not health. But I still have health set on him because I want him to be tanky. And normally I would do potentially add speed sets to your Galactic Legends because that will give you the best bang for your buck. But I should mention the set bonuses. It's 10% of your base speed, not additional speed. But yeah, my gas, it's disgustingly fast. But I have probably some of my best mods on him. Between him being solo in GAC or in a team in Territory Wars if I need him. But most of the time, I would mod him slightly different with protection if I wanted him solely in a 501st team. But between arena and everything else, I have him modded for speed and offense, I believe. And I have a little health in there, but crit damage as well. So he does a payload of damage. But between the speed and the health, I really like him. Any other questions while I'm still here?
Yeah, I had a quick one on your. So if you on your mod,
Sorry, you're
the
cutting out. You
percent
want?
that's underneath all the categories.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
I think I caught some of it, but you were cutting out. You're saying these?
Yeah, is that a big deal to you or no?
So it's good to know, but that's basically the bars here. What quality or what percent is it gonna be? So I don't exactly understand that or know how that works completely for. Come on. Oh, I'm not in mod manager. Let me go mod manager. That'll give me a little.
I'm just asking because
Yeah.
this morning I had a mod that one of them was a 0.1% chance of average, and
Ooh.
I sliced it, and that was the first one that that I got an
Oh, that
attribute to.
stinks.
So I don't know if that actually makes a difference or not. I mean, 0.1% is nothing, and yet
Oh,
I
that's
got
terrible.
it.
So
I know the stats a little bit.
Go
if
for it.
I can explain it a little bit. So every time you upgrade a mod, you get a random chance for any of these four, and then in these four, you get from 0%, or what is it, 0.1% of an upgrade, or up to 100%. 100 is the highest roll you can get for like certain percentages. They're like they're not like even integers, but stuff like speed, 100 is 6, and 0.1 is 3, and then you can get any number of something in between there, and then health is like 1300 is your 100%, and like I think it's 300 is your 0.1%. So you get a range, and this is saying how good you did on that range.
Yep.
Yeah, if you look at those, you'll see them just below the icons. It tells you what the range is. So if you say look at that 5 speed, it says it's 3 to 6 per slice, and
The
then
average
the
doesn't
bar is
super
bringing
matter,
it.
but yeah.
So the averages only really matter when you start getting onto calibrate. So
Yes.
you're looking at ones that if you've got a whole pile of low ones, you want to get rid of a low one to get to a high one.
Yep. So if I slice this now, it's 70% on the bar is, I believe, what it's going to be. So or 90%, 90%, 30%. So if I slice this, okay. Well, actually, the average, what I believe would be up high. Correct me if I'm wrong, whoever's in the chat. The average was up high, but I
think
got
you just
down
need
in
to
the middle.
refresh the mod, and then it'll give you your new average. I don't think averages change while you're in there.
Okay. What is this?
Or something like that. Also, the averages are nonsensical areas.
Okay. Oh, no.
Yeah, it doesn't refresh while you're looking at it. You have to like exit out.
Okay, so it gives you the average of everything.
Yep.
Okay, that makes sense. I learned something new. Perfect.
Yeah, no, that helps a lot. Thank you, guys.
Actually, I'll show. a little bit of the calibrate. I think I have some resources to burn. So with the calibration, that will give you secondaries. So if I find a mod that has a 4 speed, I should mention, for 5 is the max rolls you can have on one thing. So if I were to, this max calibrate already, but I can only roll offense one more time. But let's see if I can find a 4 real fast. There's one. Actually, oh, that's already calibrated. And I don't have calibrating resources. Never mind. Oh, yes, I do. Maybe. Okay. So, I wouldn't want to calibrate this because I have offense and speed. But if I were to calibrate this, actually, I would want to slice it first to max. So, I'll show you slicing once you get to gold. So, yeah, again, it's the same thing as before, the gray to green, green to blue, blue to purple, purple to gold. That is another way to slice. So it will give me one more stat, and this one I'm willing to calibrate. I got protection percent, not the best. Again, I'm going for one more speed. Stink. And for you guys, I'll roll one more time. There. So I got speed again. So now from 21 to 26. But if I had materials, to calibrate, you select the one that you want to get rid of, and then you can calibrate, and it will re-roll and give you one of these 4 again. So sometimes I could land protection again, sometimes I could land an offense or a defense. I can't land speed anymore because I already have 5. So it would give me protection, offense, or defense. So again, unless you're going for offense or a secondary, I would not calibrate anything unless if your speed's at 5 already, 5 rolls.
Do you have any characters that you feel are specifically designated that you want slow and you would actively avoid speed on? Or is there anything
Okay, good question. So I know I mentioned before, for me, actually I should probably go out of the manager. I have my Kenobi. I have him decently slow because with him in the Jedi Master Kenobi team, I want him slow. So I have him very slow. I have a little bit of speed on him just because I was going more for other secondaries or health. But I have some mods with no speed on him. Again, this probably isn't optimized, but for me personally, I wanted him as tanky as possible. But yet with my Jedi Master Kenobi, when he gives his hello there, he'll give damage immunity for 1 turn. So I'll give this to Kenobi while he's taunting, and he has next to no turn meter. So now all the characters are forced, most characters are forced to target the Kenobi with damage immunity. But since it takes so long for Kenobi to get the turn meter, then your damage immunity lasts longer. Does that make sense? So that's Kenobi. But as for other characters, I know there's optimization for who you want to go first, who you want to go second. But off the top of my head, I can't think of any others that you would not want to have speed. But I'd say a majority of the time it would be your tanks. Your tanks, your taunting tanks, are going to be the ones that you don't want speed on.
Is there any like mega hard hitters where you're like, I completely ignore speed, I just want offense percent on everything? That's the other one I can think of.
I guess I can think of that. I would still go for speed, but speed wouldn't be my top priority. So I mentioned this earlier with my Vader. My top priority for him was potency over speed. So I have decent potency on these mods. Oh, and I'm going for potency over speed. I could throw a mod that has a higher speed on him, but I wouldn't be getting as many debuffs out there. So I could throw, if I switch to my gas mod, it will give me, 20 20 more speed or 15 speed more, but I lose 9% potency. And actually, I have his potency ridiculously high. I guess one more thing I'll mention is the mod, or the shipments, the mod store. So sometime, or actually, when I feel like it, I'll look through here because I have a payload of currency. But I'm looking for anything with 5 speed that I am willing to buy. I occasionally, if I see a symbol and a primary that I want with speed already on it, I might buy that. But otherwise, I'm looking for 5 speed. So offense, and with a couple percentages, this one's not a bad mod. I'll buy that and see what I can get with it.
So to go along with that last question, are there teams such as like Imperial Troopers that you wouldn't care about speed because of how much turn meter they push?
So that's a good question. I'll admit, I don't have Imperial Troopers. It's on my farm list. But yes, I would say that Imperial Troopers could possibly be one you don't want speed on. But I can also see you would want speed on them just so they can get their turn meter trained before the other team gets too many turns and shuts that down.
There's a couple of teams that you can play around with. Imperial Troopers is one of those, but you need to have at least one of them or possibly two to get them going. The other one that's really good is Jedi Knight Luke. You put him slow in the leader, but make sure you've got someone, some fast guys with like Shakti or Yoda, and because when they can start it going, do that granted special, gets him a turn automatically, and then he reduces everybody else's speed to his base speed. So that's a real trick you can play on people.
Yeah. So that's you can do that quite a bit. That's a good call out. But with his leader, when Jedi Master Luke Jedi Knight Luke takes his first turn, it reduces all of the base speed until the end of the encounter, or everyone's base speed to the same. So if your Jedi Knight Luke is slow, you can mod him just for offense, and it basically you can mod actually all of your characters or all but one of your characters for just offense. And so speed doesn't matter as much with Jedi Master Luke in the lead.
It doesn't reduce your team speed, so you do want the rest of the team fast.
Yep. Oh, okay, I'm wrong then.
It's only the enemies.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
This is great for
then.
TB as well.
Yep.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
I recommend it for people that are especially doing light side TB.
Yes. Actually, I do. I use him as a leader with my territory battle.
I'd throw Droidica and GG as other ones that are okay to be pretty slow, because you're going to get a lot of your damage from GG when he's as people die off.
You missed me asking about that earlier.
Oh.
Yeah, so Droidica is another good example.
Yes. I don't know what my Droidica is modded with, but
your Droidica is full offense with 65 speed.
Again, I probably threw him on I didn't mod him by hand. I threw him under the automatic bot to see what I would get. Probably quite low in the priority, or mid to low.
I was just saying, going back to the Imperial Trooper question, I think that the most important person to have fast is Piet. And then if you're pairing him with Dart Trooper, you're getting all those assists off of the first unique that you're putting on him. So I have my Piet like at around 330 or something that fast.
Okay, yeah, that was kind of where I was going to, because Dark Trooper, I want offense, but I didn't know if I should have him speed. But I know I should have at least one person speed, like whoever was saying, so you can get everything going. But yeah, it actually makes a lot of sense.
For Dark Trooper, it's full offense.
Yeah, the other one on Troopers is getting Gideon fast, so he can then reduce the opponent's turn meter.
There's a fun math equation with Troopers as well, that if you can tier it, so you add 20 speed to whatever your speed is, times it by 0.8, and then that's what the next person's turn is going to be at. So if you could like tier all their speeds from like, I think it's like 330 to 270 to 240, and you just tier everyone's you're constantly at 100% turn meter, and you never have a break. Imp troopers are fun.
I just thought of one more thing. So, for characters that have a ship, when you have your gold mods or your mods in general on them, it will increase the speed and increase your ship speed and your ship damage and stuff. So that's something you're gonna want you're gonna want some mods on all of your pilots. I don't care much about ships. Don't ask me what you get for each mod. If there's anything else behind that, someone in the chat might be able to answer that, but that's something to know. You're going to want some mods on all of your pilots.
I'm pretty sure with ships, it doesn't matter what your mods are, but your stats increase, your ship stats increase based on the level of the mod only.
Yeah, that's correct.
There's also a slight difference between 6 dots and 5 dots. Small,
yes.
but it is there.
What, 2% or 2 speed? I know that. It's just a flat 2 speed.
It depends on the ship, but yeah.
Yeah. And then the next break is when you get them all maxed mods. There's a slight increase when you do that.
Okay.
I think the pilots are a great kind of place to throw away your terrible 6-dot mods because
to make
to make them faster.
There you go. So don't sell your 6 dots. Just pass them to a pilot you don't care about. There. Anything else that I'm missing that anyone noticed?
I got nothing.
Thanks for doing it.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for showing up. Had a decent turnout. I don't know how many people we had in total join and leave, but at least, 9 I think I counted. So, yeah, thanks for showing up.
I came in a little late, but I appreciate it.
Yeah.
It was fun.
And thanks for those who know more about mods than I do, or know more about characters in general. All right. I'm going to sign off. Thanks, guys.
All right, thank you guys.
Take it easy, everyone.